left.
Klay, looking back at last year's finals, it's pretty amazing to see that you only scored 5 points in one game, 9 in another, 12 in one. What were they doing to you defensively, and what's changed now where that type of defense does not work against you? Because obviously Robertson covered you really well in the last series, and you were still able to get your points.
Yeah, I give him Robertson credit. He's a good defender. He's long. He's a great leaper, great shot blocker, and he made me work for all the buckets I got. But last year, I mean, at times I would defer to my teammates. They were playing great. Andre had a big guard him half the time, and he was going to work. And, I don't expect him to guard me any different this year. I expect him to play the same way on me, which is try and take away my three-point shot, run me off the line, make me, finish at the rim, which is fine. I think I've gotten better at, getting in there and making the right play. So for me, it's just about staying aggressive, doing what I've done these whole playoffs on both sides of the ball. And, whether I score 5 points or 30 points, as long as you get the win, it doesn't really matter.
Joe, on your right.
Hey, Klay, Joe Varden, Cleveland.com. I'm not sure if you look at it this way, but when it comes to the face of the league, like the first guy that comes to mind when people think of the NBA, do you think that Steph has surpassed LeBron for that?
I don't know. That's a tough question. I think, honestly, it might be regional. I don't think people in the East get to see Steph play a lot because of the time difference, but the true basketball fans, they'll probably stay up and watch him because he's such a spectacular show to watch. But, I mean, LeBron's been doing it for, I think, 13 years now, 12, 13 years. I don't think there's just a face in the NBA. I think there's faces, and because I think it's such a star-driven league, and players really make the league because there's so many great athletes. But, I think it might be easier for the common fan to relate to Steph because it's hard to be, 6'8", 260 and have a 40-inch vert and run up and be the fastest guy on the floor. So, I mean, the casual fan might relate better to Steph because he doesn't have that athletic, just God-given ability. But it's tough to say. It's just personal preference, honestly.
Mark?
Klay, Mark Spears, ESPN. You have a great story on Steph as far as his competitive nature. And also, what do you think about some of the slaps he's got this year or hate that he's gotten this year?
I mean, I kind of expected it because he's doing it so differently, that it's kind of, obviously it's unconventional what he's doing. It's never really been seen before, a guy who can dominate the game of basketball being 6'3", 190 pounds, and plays with such great poise. And, like I said before, not the greatest leaper, not the fast guy out there, but he just does it off skill and will. And that's why, the hate he might receive or the skepticism from, past players or media, I think it just comes with the territory because they can't believe their eyes. They're like, how is he getting those shots off? Or guy's just that bad at defense. He's slow. He can't go around nobody. But when you go out there and play him, you realize how slippery he is with the ball, and he just understands angles, and he's just such a cerebral player. I think you got to experience, Steph Curry out there to really appreciate what he does. But I think Steph's one of the best in the game at just blocking all that off. I think, you don't get to his level without having great mental toughness. Obviously, early in his career, he went through some injuries, and I think it made him better for it. He really appreciates what we have here now, and just because he's a two-time MVP, I see him work just as hard as he did when he was in his third year here. And it motivates all of us. So, I mean, I think the hate and all that, it's going to come, whoever it is. That's just I'm probably going to hate on the younger generation too when it's all said and done. Because I mean, my father still does it. He says we're soft these days. He's in this day and age, but I think that's just natural.
Fred, last one.
Yeah, Klay, Fred McLeod, Fox Sports Ohio. 6 of you guys played with RJ when he was here. Any memories of him as a teammate, et cetera?
Yeah, RJ was a great teammate, and he was a great worker too. I mean, I remember my second year, he wasn't even getting that much playing time at the time, but he was still being there early every day, getting his shots up, playing one-on-one. And I'm actually really happy to see him here in the finals. He all he wants to do is win. That was what was great about RJ is he puts winning first. He doesn't care about his numbers. He doesn't care about, you know, the endorsements and all that. He just wants to win. So I'm happy to see that pay off for him. At the same time, I want to beat him. But he's had a great career as well. So I'm happy for RJ.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.